Season there's going to be ebbs and flows, and your line got off to such a hot start. What are you seeing the last several games? Do you feel you're still generating the chances, or what do you think's happening there?
I think we've been uh, inconsistent with our chances. I think a big part of that is the power play. I would say, a game like last night, we generated chances. We just didn't put the puck in the net. New York, we didn't play good, so it's been inconsistent with us, and I think obviously other teams are watching it and noticing matchups, but that's nothing that all three of us aren't used to. So we have to work through that, and um, it's going to happen. But we're trying to work through the frustration and try and keep it simple. But last night was positive because we got a look.
I know, obviously it's tough chasing games all the time, but when you do get a lead, just how much kind of easier does it make it when you're playing with a lead?
I mean, you got to play the full 60. I think how many times have we seen where we had 2-goal leads going into third periods in the past? Like this league is, anything can happen. And us in New York, we score on the 5-on-3. We score the 3 after that. It's a 1-goal game. So you got to play the full 60. Our starts, I think emotion, energy is fine. It's just execution and getting our feet moving and playing the way we want to. We've been really slow to get to our game. We let other teams bring the game to us, and I think that's a frustrating part, and that's something that we've really been looking at. And I thought last night was better. They get a goal in the first to put us down 1-0, but it's kind of a questionable goal, but we were fine. We have to get to our game early.
Still, just I thought I'm going to Sweden. How much are you as a team looking forward to that?
Yeah, it'll be good. I think we pay the price for it with our schedule after. So we got 2 big games there. That's really the focus for me going over there. It'd be cool to see the country, but we got 2 big games, and we're gonna pay the price for it after. So I guess we got to enjoy it while we can, but we have to be smart and be ready for those 2 over there.
Is it going to be a good chance for you guys to come together and bond and all that stuff? I mean, a couple thousand miles away, just all you guys together. I mean, good opportunity for that.
Like I said, we got 2 big games over there. It's something that yes, we're going to be over there. We have some time, but we have to be smart, and we have to come away with some points over there. So division rivals and back-to-back. So I think guys will be excited to be there. I'm excited to go, but it's something that we have 2 big hockey games over there.
Unavailable for tomorrow, so he's getting further testing today, obviously. He left yesterday in crutches, so he'll be unavailable for tomorrow. But we don't play again after tomorrow for a week, so we'll probably get a better feel throughout tomorrow on whether he's making that trip with us. Yeah, if he's not available, we will. If he's available, we'll probably stick to that 13.
So what kind of playing with coach? Like, you have to call somebody else?
No, we could probably get someone. We got all week to get someone too. They don't necessarily have to be, on that flight. We can do it commercial. Not ideal, but again, we'll get a better feel on where Zarnik is tonight, tomorrow. No, they're not. They're not. Teams are going to take the rush away from them, and they're going to have to generate in other ways, and that's on them. A little more simple, a little more north. Take what's giving. Sometimes it's going to have to come off the forecheck when the rush isn't there. And I think they just need to do a little bit more of that. Our most successful line right now is obviously the RAS line, and it's all off the forecheck. And again, Doesn't have to be like that all the time, but you got to take what's given. And when a team's committed to not giving you the rush, you got to create offense in different ways. A little more gritty, but just, I mean, smarter at times. You keep trying to force. I mean, that line turned a lot of pucks over from top of the circle to top of the circle. Obviously not a recipe for success. Fabry will be back in tomorrow, correct. Villy will be in goal tomorrow. Yes. It looked like it was a lot for him that game, but that's understandable. Not only has he not played a lot of hockey of late, obviously only playing one game, and again, rehab and training are a lot different. So he looked a little bit like a step behind, but he was able to get 3 days of work in, and I think he'll take a step tomorrow. Well, power play. We scored 2 on the power play. Obviously, we defended well to shut them out in their building. So, again, I don't know if it's so much about Columbus as it is more about us. I think some of the words we've been talking about, a little harder, a little cleaner, a little more crisp. And again, we're in a 5-game segment right now. We're 2-2-1. Some highs, some lows, not awful. It's just not good enough for our talent level. So I think we just have to be a little more crisper, a little cleaner, and maybe a little harder. I think it's great. It's just 2 games in 8 days to travel. I think it's perfect timing. Time of the season, I know my personal experience when I went to Stockholm with the Tampa group, it was great for a group at the time. So I think it'll be similar for this group.
Top line and fourth now, second and third line, more or less in the same boat. Could use a little bit more.
I think so. I just think, obviously we're trying to do some different things, some different looks. You kind of saw us blend it up a little bit. I appreciate the guys hanging in there. We got our 2 5-on-5 goals. Both very similar last night off the forecheck. A little credit to Montreal after watching it back. They were committed to defending. This team was on a losing streak. They changed everything around, and they were above everything last night. When that happens, it's going to happen a lot. You got to generate a little bit differently, and I think that's for our whole group. And obviously the one line has been doing it. Simple. North, work off the forecheck if the entry isn't there, and get to the hard area. I mean, forecheck, fishes in the blue paint, goes off him and in. Sometimes that's how it's going to look. Yep. Simple, just pucks to the net. Just simple decisions. We probably just, the power play is struggling, obviously. And it's like your 5, just simplify it. Get downhill, get pucks to the net, try to get the goalie's eyes, which obviously we didn't do last night. We had a lot of possession. We had some looks. We just had that missed opportunity when we probably could have got the goalie's eyes. And obviously it's tough to watch back. We generated more offense than their power play. We had more zone time in their power play. We had more chances in their power play, but they had a screen goal on a simple shot, and obviously a world-class shot. They get 2, and that was the difference in the game. Their 2 power plays to our 0. Yep, Shane will be back in tomorrow. 12-6. We'll decide that probably tomorrow. I do. It's just, and it plays out great with the, obviously flying. We'll fly later that night. But even, again, I don't mind it, just these starts. Here we are again last night. Not bad first, but we come out of it again down 1. And I don't mind even changing the routine a little bit with an afternoon start. See if we can not be chasing. We're 2-2-1 in this 5-game segment. And we've had to chase all 5. We scored second all 5 games. So, again, pretty impressive for our group to get the 5 points in the 5 games, considering the opposing team scored first in all 5 games. And if you look, the trend in the league, teams that score first win 65% of the games. So we gotta hopefully remedy that, and maybe just the afternoon start will be a little different routine for us. Well, I think the league has done a very good job of how they laid it out schedule-wise. Obviously, you have the 2 games in a 7-8 day span, so you can have a little of that on the front end, still get 2 practices over there, and then obviously get your game. So I think the league kind of already put that in place for you. And again, it's on us to have that approach properly. Having a good experience, we would love guys to experience Stockholm and everything around this event, but also we focused at the task at hand. I did last time. The one thing I missed was the ice bar. There's a bar, I guess, totally, a bunch of the coaches went to that. I passed on that one day. I guess that was a pretty neat experience. So we'll see if that can fit that in. But just to be around the staff. We got some dinners planned. Again, the Stockholm experience was an unreal experience for me 3-4 years ago. Just excited to be with the group over there. Wife's going to stay back. Too much minor hockey. Minor hockey and soccer in the way again. Can never have any fun.